What's happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So what a poor performance. Not exactly what I was expecting yesterday when we were talking on one of my friend's shows called The Bite Size, but yeah, not exactly what I was expecting. Very poor performance from the team. Not everyone turned up to the races today. It was essentially West Ham's first home win against Arsenal since 2006, so that's close to about 13 years since they haven't won against us at home. It also made Declan Rice the first teenager to score for West Ham since Junior Stanislas, and that's a very long time ago. So it seems as if a lot of teams tend to try and break records against us. But overall, what a poor performance. Let's just talk about the starting lineup. So of course we had Bernd Leno in goal. We had Mustafi as part of the back three. Socrates, Koscielny, left back or left wing back, if you want to call it that. We had Kolasinac. Right wing back we had Maitland-Niles. Of course Hector Bellerin had just come back from an injury. Guendouzi and Xhaka were the two midfielders in the middle of the park. Aubameyang, Iwobi and Lacazette made the top three players. So of course early on we did have one or two chances, however none of those chances were really taken by the team. Of course Lacazette broke free early on in the first half, however he didn't take his chance on that occasion. It seemed as if we didn't have any creativity whatsoever. And one thing that I noticed during the game really would have been the fact that Aubameyang was being deployed outright. Of course, we've got this whole situation of Lacazette being hauled off at about 60 minutes or so, which was the case really when Wenger was in charge. And Lacazette seemed to be quite annoyed about this whole situation during the festive period. However, we saw him play 90 minutes today. But I don't believe that we were that effective due to the fact that Aubameyang was being deployed out wide on the right hand side, and he wasn't getting that many opportunities in my opinion. Of course opportunities were coming far and few in between. Credit when it's due, of course West Ham were very organised in their defensive lines. We were finding them extremely difficult to break down, but the key talking point that was obviously floating around social media, and that was the lack of Mesut Ozil. So of course Mesut Ozil wasn't playing. He has recently been injured, so we are being told. But I believe Unai Emery is not a fan of Mesut Ozil. But of course he was missing it during this game and he didn't feature. And I believe that we were lacking that little bit of creativity going forward. There was not really much service for the actual front three. Of course Guendouzi tries to play a few extravagant balls, and we will talk about Guendouzi in detail. I believe he had a very poor game in my opinion. But he tries to play those kind of extravagant balls forward, risky passes really, if you want to call them that, and they weren't really coming off today. And of course, as I said, we missed someone in the final third who actually has the creativity to make things happen up top. Of course, there's also the argument of Mesut Ozil not coming back and helping out in defence when things are a bit tight or when the other team are attacking. But I would personally sacrifice that and have someone a bit more defensive, or play two defensive midfielders really and include Mesut Ozil in there and play two defensive midfielders for a little bit creativity. That's what we missed, and that's really what we missed going forward. That obviously slightly changed a little bit when Aaron Ramsey came on. We saw a little bit of creativity going forward. The team at that point started to show a little bit of urgency. When it got to about the 70th minute mark, there was slightly a little bit more urgency within the team itself going forward. And the one shining star, really not the shining star as such, but overall it was a poor performance. But the one person that stood out today really would have been Alex Iwobi. He did put in a fairly decent performance out of all the players that we saw today. His performance was sort of above average. He was trying to make things happen. He was putting in the most effort on the pitch. So of course, if I was to give the man of the match award to the losing team on this occasion, which is us, I would obviously give it to Alex Iwobi. But overall, everyone else was below average. It wasn't a decent performance. So let's talk about Guendouzi. Guendouzi started over Torreira. Okay, of course we know Guendouzi is young and essentially he's not that experienced. Of course, at the start of the season, he was a new revelation to us, all fans, and he seemed as if he was someone that was actually going to carry on or actually continue playing at a very high standard within the first team itself. But today, he's certainly proved, well, to me personally, that he's not ready yet. Of course, he's going to be a fantastic footballer moving forward. I definitely don't doubt that. But today, he showed a little bit of lack of experience. He was taking shots well outside of the area, not playing passes at the right time. And his inexperience really, to me, actually stood out today. He didn't have a great performance, in my opinion. And hopefully the manager will see that, have a little word with him. Maybe he may get dropped for the next game. But he obviously continued on. Lucas Torreira ended up coming on for Xhaka. Obviously made a mistake. But of course, we do know that the score ended up being 1-0. And obviously Nasri got an assist, which was absolutely woeful. But Declan Rice scored the goal, as we all know. But of course, we march on, and it's going to be yet another difficult game. That will be against Chelsea next week. And of course, anything can happen. This is football. Hopefully, we can go away and win that one. But these are essential 3 drop points. We've lost 3 in our last 6 in the Premier League. So something needs to change. Something needs to give soon. Of course, again, new manager, transitional period, etc. We will be patient. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.